Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this smaller version of this wooden Christmas tree. I have videos showing how to make the bigger version, so today we're going to be making this one, which is 27 inches tall. All you need to build this is an 8-foot 2x4, 2.5-inch wood screws, tape measure, impact driver, drill, and then we need a miter saw that can cut angles. The only angles we're going to be cutting are 22.5 and 45 degrees. I'm going to post the plan showing all the dimensions for this build. You can pause the video and come back to it to reference if you have any questions. To make it simpler, I've labeled different pieces of this tree. As we build it, we're going to cut 2 pieces at a time. We're going to start from the top down. So we're going to cut piece A and B first. Let's go over to the saw and make those cuts. All right, everyone, to start the project, we need to set the angle on the miter saw. We're going to set it to 22.5 degrees. I just adjusted this angle. I'll show you what that looks like closer up. So as you can see, the saw is at a 22.5 degree angle. And now we are going to make our first cut on this board. So we want to waste as little material as possible when making these cuts. So we're going to line the saw up, come down and make our cut. Okay, we just made our 22.5 degree cut. So now I want to flip this, and we're going to take our tape measure. We're going to hook it on the edge, and we want to measure out 11 inches. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. This is the cut we made, 22.5 degrees. Our tape measure is on the long point of that edge, and I've come back and marked 11 inches. Now for this next cut, we want to adjust our angle to 45 degrees. So as you can see, we are at a steeper angle, which is 45 degrees. We want to cut this 11-inch piece at 45 degrees. So just like that, we have our piece cut. Now we're going to take this, cut our next piece. All throughout this video, I'm going to leave the piece after I cut it in the same direction, and I'll tell you when you have to flip it for measuring. So we just made that cut. We'll flip it. Now we want to measure back 8 3/4 of an inch and make a mark. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. Again, this is our 45 degree angle. The tape measure is on the long part of the angle, and we made a mark at 8 3/4 inch. Now for this cut, we want to set our saw back at 22.5 degrees, and we're going to lock it in place because we no longer have to adjust the angle. The rest of the cuts are all going to be at 22.5 degrees. Let's make this cut. There we go, we have that piece cut. Now we have our 2 pieces. The 45 degree angle, we have piece A, which is the first one we cut, and piece B, which is the shorter one. We want them to line up just like that and make a triangle. So now we're going to screw these 2 pieces together. This will be the top of the tree. When screwing, I recommend to pre-drill first. If you pre-drill, it pulls all the joints tight. If you skip pre-drilling, you might have loose joints. So let's screw this all together. Just like that, we have piece A and B cut. As you can see, we've got this perfectly flush. So next, we're going to move on to pieces C and D. The following 4 pieces are identical. C, D, E, F are all the exact same measurements, but we're going to cut them 2 at a time. So part C and part D. So back to the saw. This is the way we left the cut. 22.5 degrees. We're going to take our tape measure, we're going to hook it onto the short part of that angle, and we're going to mark out 8 3/4 inch. I'll show you guys exactly what this looks like. Our cut here is 22.5 degrees. We've got our tape hooked onto the top, and we have measured out 8 3/4 inch. There's our piece, so 8 3/4 inches from